Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Ladies and gents, welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day, whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz. Look, we're diving deep and keeping it real, so please do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Look, my friends, we got a lot to tap into today. As always, thank you so much for chiming in the conversation on this wonderful evening. I hope you all are having a great day or great evening. And if you weren't, well, I hope this helps make it better. On today's show, we are going to be talking about actor Jonathan Majors, once the rising star in the Marvel series and really just Hollywood's rising star, has had a fall from grace since the conflict with the previous relationship he was in that went public. He has since been kind of quiet from the limelight, but still folks have been keeping up what's going on with him. Look, he was at first engaged, now I believe he's married. And yeah, I believe he, well, at least engaged. I'm not aware if he's married or not. I really don't follow up with the celebrity relationships as much, but he found love again. The only thing he's been wrestling with is finding work, right? People are still kind of hesitant wanting to work with him, which I think is kind of messed up, but hey, everybody has their opinion for anything. But we're going to talk about it because it was recently shared that he was going to be working with Ben Shapiro, founder of the Daily Wire, well-known conservative talk show host. And it's like, whoa, where did this relationship come? Right? No one saw this coming. And we're going to talk about it here on the show. Also, did y'all ever rewatch a show on, because we have so many streaming services? For example, I use Tubi. Tubi will show old sitcoms that people like, that most folks forgot about or didn't even know existed. They will show these sitcoms, and it's like, man, this was so good. I wish it wasn't canceled, because like they're only like maybe one season, two season at max, but they're canceled. And we see it now. Great shows that are getting canceled due to low ratings. And it's like, is it really low ratings, or is it based on the topic that the show impacts is what gets them canceled? I'm just very curious, because a recent show on Netflix called Miss Governor, which I believe at the time was called She the People. It was a name change during the first season. This was a Tyler Perry comedy series, and it was great. I enjoyed it. The plot of the show was that it was a community leader, community activist, who I think might have served on like a local political level, and she became the lieutenant governor. She was, a shocker. She was not a shoo-in to win. She was a shocker to most folks in a red state, and she had to build a relationship with a very conservative governor who's has won re-election time and time again. And so it just was showing the life of a black lieutenant governor now working with in a red state, trying to build up a fan base, as well as to earn the respect from the right. It was very interesting. It was very good. I enjoyed it. So we're going to talk about that. Also, I want to share my takeaways on the recent State of the Union. I know it's days have passed on from that, and you're like, Aaron, why are you talking about this? because it's still very relevant. As you know, it's midterm seasons, and I would like to share some of my takeaways from the State of the Union and just that whole night in general, because I don't think anybody got any sleep. If you were engaged with the whole State of the Union from the pre-coverage to checking out all the different types of unions, because there was a lot of folks that didn't want to tune into the State of the Union. Well, I'm gonna share my takeaways on it, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it here on the show, and so much more here on the program. So we're gonna get it started shortly, my friends. As always, thank you for taking the time to chime into the conversation. As I mentioned earlier, you know we are a growing program. There's so many outlets and platforms you can tune into the show. As you know, we drop new episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights, Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, the Arrington Gavin Show YouTube channel, as well as Facebook and wherever you get your podcasts. That could be Spotify, Apple, iHeart, just to name a few. In addition to those platforms, you can also check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on Goatverse TV. All you have to do is download the Goatverse TV app to watch us on there. We're available on the Apple, excuse me, not Apple. You can download it in the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. In addition to that, you can check us out on the radio airwaves. Shout out to our affiliates, WBOK 1230 AM. You can chime into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights on their outlet, as well as WDJY in the Metro Atlanta area, and then also KSHP 1400 AM and 107.1 FM Las Vegas. So shout out to our affiliates out there. As you know, we have a continuous campaign, which is it's gonna take some time, but just want to remind you all, if you have not done so yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's filled with so much great content. As I mentioned, of course, the Arrington Gavin Show, and some shorts, some key shorts that we've pulled from those popular episodes that are available on there, and they're in other content program on those channels. So again, I appreciate if you can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show and subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we have a goal to hit 5,000 subscribers. We are continuing to grow each and every day. Couldn't thank you guys enough. And I know you probably say, Arrington, you're thinking of so many times, you're repeating yourself, because I'm grateful. It's okay to repeat yourself when you're grateful. Okay, it's nothing wrong with that. Again, I want to extend my respect to you all, the listeners, the viewers that support this program. So, okay, I'm not going to repeat myself anymore. Enough being Mr. Nice Guy. But before we head to a commercial break, I do want to share this study, because you know how much I always enjoy finding out new studies and surveys. And hey, look, researchers say. So check this one out, my friends. Men who kiss their partners goodbye before work tend to live an average of 5 years longer. I'm gonna be kissing away my wife. Bye, honey. Bye, honey. I'm gonna continue to do that. It says here that researchers once noticed that men who kiss their partners goodbye before leaving for work tend to live an average of 5 years longer than those who skip it. Okay, it's not really about the kiss itself, it's about what it represents: lower stress, emotional connection, starting the day feeling supported instead of rushed. Health isn't only about gym routines and green smoothies. Sometimes it's affection, routine, feeling love before you walk out that door. Oh, I know that's right. Now, this study was from the German medical study of longevity. All right. It's an interesting study. Do I think it's true? I think it's probably more true than finding out of freaking aliens or UFOs. Oh, did I say that? Did I say that? Oh, don't cancel me on, because let me tell you something. I didn't realize how large of a audience it is that believe that there's UFOs that exist. Look, I personally could care less about UFOs. That's really my honest opinion. But obviously, everybody wants to know, is it alien? Are they here? Do they exist? Y'all remember the conversation that former President Barack Obama had with Brian Tyler Cohen? He mentioned, at the tail end. That's what's so interesting about when people get so engaged and like, did you hear that? Pull that clip, make a big article. Obama says, aliens could be real, could exist. I mean, y'all, how about you take all that time and do something more productive? Like, I don't know, collect cars, plants. I don't know, do something. Like, it's just, who cares? It's interesting how long this continues to go. I mean, they have started shows, successful programs, whether if it's podcasts, radio shows, talk shows, TV shows, you name it, and documentaries on UFOs. I'm just like, I'm not buying it. I really am not. Could I be wrong? Look, I could. I'm not always right. I'm a student just like you all. I'm still learning each new things every day. But I just think specifically for this is like who cares? Who cares? But anyway, my friends, look, I've been talking y'all ear enough. Look, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to get it going with our conversations here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere. You are listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
What's up, y'all? Welcome
And we still in traffic.
Don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you're listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up.
With me?
Yeah, that's that new Gold Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Order your beard care products with Rugged Evolution. We're your local beard care line that supports the maintenance of your full, mature beard. Our line includes conditioning shampoos, moisturizers, balms, oils, shaving lotions, and exfoliating soaps. These products moisturize, hydrate, nourish, and have all the natural ingredients for a healthy beard. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. And remember,
Rugged is the new smooth.
Welcome back, y'all. What's happening? Welcome back to the Arrington Gavin Show. So, as I mentioned, I wanted to share some of my give some of my takeaways on the recent State of the Union, and it's so hard to like choose exactly where to start, because when you, for one, let's just be honest, State of the Unions are boring as hell. Regardless of who's in office, they're boring as hell. Like it's the worst. And I'm pretty sure presidents don't like doing it either. Well, I can't speak for this one because he always loves attention. Loves the attention. Oh, stand up for me. Come on, stand up. Clap for me, my pity. Clap. Continue to clap until I say sit down. Like, he loves it. That's his vibe all day, every day. People kissing your tail, clapping for you, and it's pitiful, in all honesty. I mean, you see so many people like, oh, God bless you, Mr. President. God bless you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sure. Can I get a selfie? Can I get a selfie? Do you remember me? I'm such and such. No. Okay. I send the bill. No, you don't. Okay. Like, it's so many people that want to, kiss up to their boss. Like, I mean, it exists in all workplaces. And the interesting thing with this one, because this was the second State of the Union, because I believe what do presidents, will they have I don't know how many in total. I'm not sure on, but they had one last year, and you you had you had Congressman Al Green out of Texas, who was kicked out, right? He was escorted out because he was yelling out, basically speaking truth to power. Trump was talking nonsense. Don't quote me on what Congressman Green had said, but they escorted them out and then had uh, uh, banned him from a certain period because he was being a disruptor. What he was speaking truth to power and sticking up and actually growing growing a backbone. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that, but that's what that's how I feel, because you had a large number of Democrats that did not show, which is cool. You had some of them that were in attendance, but then when you have one of your own who again speaks truth to power, y'all should have left right behind with them. You don't see that happening. Now, they were criticized the last go round because they were holding up these like little auction paddles, what messages, what signs, whenever Trump said something, they show this, show that. And I get it, right? You want to distract them, you want to throw them off your game, you want to continue to tick the man off. And it was highly criticized by, I would say, more left-wing commentators. But of course it was criticized by the right, but more left-wing commentators, and even voters. Mostly voters were like, okay, you're gonna show up there with paddles, like, wow, way to intimidate him. Whoa, okay. So now, all that being said, you have the second one. More people showed up. I'm not even going to share the list of people, because it was majority people in Congress that didn't show. Democrats that in Congress that didn't show. A larger number of Democratic senators were in attendance. Hell, you even had Pennsylvania Senator, what's his name? Fetterman, John Fetterman, shake hands with Trump. And I mean, hey, people, they'll criticize him. I mean, that's the least of my worries. I could care less, of that. But we all know kind of how Fetterman, has been critical of his own party and always been more supportive of the opposing. I'm not calling him a Trump or anything. I doubt he's anyway. He's just kind of playing the whole, hey man, let's just all get along, man. Let's do the bipartisan, man, and let's chill, man. That's just that's where I get from Fetterman, really. Anyways, you had so many other State of the Union presentations, right? My guy, Roland Martin, had his second State of Our Union, which is very popular. I always look forward to tuning into that, where he had loads and loads of experts from the the world of finance, politics, community activists. I mean, you name it, they were there. And it's tons. It's tons of just Black excellence on those. So I always tune into that one. Also, Don Lemon had his like a live what is it, live reaction kind of show. You had the People's State of the Union, which was held outside the Capitol. That was put on by Midas Touch, very popular left media. You had like Katie Fang, Joy Ann Reid. You had loads of your Democratic officials who were not in attendance at the State of the Union show up there. It was interesting. It was interesting. Now, one thing that I want to share some of my takeaways just on this current thing. So you have those in attendance. You had the U.S. Men's hockey team who recently just won the Olympics in the Winter Olympics, won the Olympic gold medal in the Winter Olympics. They were in attendance. The goalie received the Medal of Freedom, which I personally would say, I don't know how I feel about that. But it's no shocker from this administration, because let's just be honest here. And let me share with you all just the Medal of Freedom. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the highest civilian honor in the United States, awarded to the president's individuals who have made especially huge contributions to U.S. national interest, security, world peace, and significant public and private endeavors, such as in art, science, or sports. Now, Trump had mentioned it's only been 12 athletes that have received the Medal of Freedom. Okay. And he's like, it should be more, but it's just only 12 athletes in the whole, period of Medal of Honor, recipients. And let me see here, Pat. There we go. I want to try and find some past, because I know Rush Limbaugh was a past recipient. Let's see. You've had, man, I'm trying to, there's so many. Okay. You have Ben. Wait, hold tight, y'all. Hold tight, because I'm trying to backtrack on winners here, and I just want to make sure I'm giving you the right information. Well, long story short, a gentleman, I don't know his name specifically, but he was he was the goalie, and he won the Medal of Freedom. And look, good for him. I mean, I have nothing against that. I just think, for one, Trump gave out maybe 4, 5. The last time I checked, it was like 4 awards. Which, don't get me wrong, you had those that were well deserved. I think it was some that, just in my honest opinion, I don't know. I think it was more publicity and a distraction per se, because let's just be honest, we're not dumb. We know how this administration has been doing so far. Let's just be honest here. But so you can't say that to Trump. You can't say that to him, because he's going to say, we've been winning. Oh my God, we've been winning so much. We're just winning. We're winning. We're just winning so much. Winning. There's where do we start? Because we're just so much wins. Everybody else wants to win like us. They're so jealous. And you want to be like, is he seeing exactly what we're saying? Because Trump can't continue to say economy's great, yet your voters in majority of America are not seeing that result. See, stop comparing stocks as the norm, as like everybody does stocks. The Dow is low. Okay. Who else do the Dow? Who else even knows what the hell the Dow is? Okay. No one does stocks. That's only for one group. And you know this. My audience is extremely smart. Hell, you guys are smarter than me. Y'all can teach me something. Okay. So he, of course, continues to tote that whole how we're doing great, this and the other. It stretches out everything. I mean, this was one of the longest, had to be more than 2.5 hours long. Easy, because Governor Abigail Spanberger, Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, did the Democratic response. And when she went on, it was like 11:40. Look, the whole thing started at 9. And an interesting thing that I noticed was, again, Congressman Al Green escorted out. This time he never said a word. He held a sign that said, "Black people aren't apes. Black people aren't apes." And the right was like, oh, you had elected officials from the opposing side trying to come and snatch your sign out. Why? It's sad that in 2026, this grown man has to literally visually write out a sign to let you know and explain that people of color are not animals. Yet why he shouldn't have to be defending that? When are these folks going to understand that black people are not animals? Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad that we have to keep on letting everybody know that we're not animals? Oh, but you have a commander in chief that posts about black people being apes and refuses to apologize. So kind of tells you how low he has gone, right? Now, according to, I know this dating line because this is CBS put this out. Well, I have Axios here, says the address ran about an hour and 47 minutes long, so roughly 108 minutes in total, making it the longest State of the Union speech in recent history. Like, he wants to just be number one so bad at stuff. Like, who speaks for 2 straight hours? Who does that? Like, who does that? And I think I might have a clip of Congressman Al Green speaking about when he was escorted out of the chambers while they were doing their State of the Union. And again, I mean, it just helps because, hey, he's not scared and he continues to speak out. But let me share this clip to you guys.
What are the consequences for being kicked out 2 years in a row from the State of the Union?
I have the consequences were of no consequence to me. You have to take a stand. The consequences of no consequence, in the sense that I would allow the consequences to prevent me from doing what I believe is a righteous thing to do. Dr. King did not allow the consequences to prevent him from going to Birmingham, and he went to jail. Rosa Parks did not allow the consequences to prevent her from taking a seat on the bus. That's where we are now. We are back to a point where people have to take a stand. I'm just a person who has done it. There are many others, I believe, who will.
What are the consequences?
I mean, well said, Congressman. Well said. And it's sad that, again, there's not more like you that are continuing to fight the good fight, what he's doing. He's right. It's sad that we literally have to start taking a stand like Rosa Parks did by refusing to go to the back of the bus. I mean, it is 2026. Are y'all not grasping what I'm trying to explain here? It is 2026, and you have a grown man holding a sign, "Black people aren't apes." It's just, whew. I tell you, man, it stuff like that continues to baffle me. But don't wait, there's more, and I'm trying to see if I have another angle from where, and you probably get, so it was Senator Mullen trying to take Al Green's sign away before the address was going. I mean, it's just, again, pitiful. Like, why are you snatching it away? Why are you snatching it away? It's strictly pitiful. And you have other folks, again, continue to defend the president, all the great stuff he's doing, and this and that. Matter of fact, here is let's see, Congressman out of Texas, okay, Troy Nels, and he shares, because he was one of the individuals. Okay, he was I think the last individual that tried to snatch the sign out of Congressman Green's hand. And of course, Green, first of all, shout out to Congressman Green for being so quick, because he was aware that people go try and snatch that sign out of his head. Look, you had a senator that tried to come, that old man said, nope. I mean, that was fun. I mean, he getting in their faces. Let me tell you something. He's getting in their faces. Shoot, be careful now, because he got his cane. Don't ever try to tick off a man with a cane. That's a little lesson learned, people. Lesson learned.
What did you say to Al Green last night? Looks like you got a dust up with him.
Well, I just had, I come on now. We're colleagues. We live next to each other. Pretty much our districts are next to each other. And you got that silly sign. I said, you shouldn't display that sign. I mean, I don't know. This is the second time. Oh, a good question for you all. Should we censor him? We've been kicked him out twice now. Should we censor Al Green? Should we take him off his committees?
Should you?
No, we shouldn't do that. Why would we do that?
You censored him last year.
I did. Listen, Al got a little, he was obnoxious last year, waving the cane, doing all that. Here he had a silly, stupid little sign just to get him censored. But you got to understand, Al's in a tough primary too. Al needs, he knows he could be in trouble. He may not be coming back.
What did he say to you when you?
I just said, Al, come on, you got to be better than this, man. I said, that sign's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He didn't say much about it. He goes, it's my sign. I said, well, it's your sign, but it's garbage.
Okay. So once again, you see how the game is played, because we all know why that sign was brought up. The freaking video, the post depicting Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, as apes. And yes, don't please spare me the whole. Well, Arrington, did you watch the whole video? You damn right I did. And guess what? It didn't change a damn thing. I watched the full entire video. So for guys like Congressman Wesley Hunt out of Texas, who's trying to run for what is he trying to run for? Senator out there in Texas. I mean, good luck with him. He might. I don't know. He might. That's floats his boat. But this guy's over here saying, "Oh, come on, that's garbage. Come on. You're better than this. It's a stupid sign. Come on." I mean, no, you come on and stop the whole. Come on, we're colleagues. We're better than this. You are obnoxious. Should we censor him? Come on. Like, I'm gonna ask you a question. Don't you just hate when they always respond? Answer a question with a question. That's when they're against corners and on the fence. It's just it's ridiculous. Fast forwarding, y'all. A few more things I want to mention. So you had Congressman Green escorted out 2 years in a row. Well deserved. He had a great sign. I loved it. You had other members of that was had pins that said, "Hey, show the Epstein files," like literally show the whole Epstein files. You had Rashida, what is her a part of the squad out of Michigan. Is it Rashida Tlaib? She wore a F ICE badge. You had Congresswoman Ileana Omar, who yelled out gestures to Trump because of the killings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. She yelled out those names. And it was, it was a tense room. It was a tense room. Last two clips I want to show you. I'm looking at my time. Maybe I'll show just maybe one more clip here, because I do want to share other stories here for you all. Last clip. This is Trump kind of calling out the Democrats because, again, they didn't stand for what for something he did, and this is what he had to say.
He says, these people are crazy. I'm telling you, they're crazy. Amazing. Incredible. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we? Huh? Nobody says that.
It's so ridiculous, man. Oh, it's so ridiculous. And look, I have one more real quick, because I know you saying, Aaron, I'm getting tired of these clips. Nope, here's one more, and then we're gonna head to a quick commercial break.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much. And I say, no. You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. Our country is...
Now, again, my friends, that speech, what you just heard, is going to be the reason. This is my Republican friends. That's going to be the reason why Republicans lose big in the midterms right there. Because I'll be honest, I speak with groups of all different sides of the aisle, right? They're not feeling like they're winning by any means. Like, he makes this a stage for him to boast and brag and joke around and stuff, and it's not a laughing matter. Oh, Mr. President, we win so much. We win so much. What? I mean, it was hard. It was hard watching it. My wife looked at me, "Are you crazy? Are you really watching this?" And I said, "No, look, I want to be alert on what's going on. I want to listen." And I just do, right? I abuse myself when I watch the whole entire thing. But y'all, I just wanted to talk a little bit about that State of the Union. It was it was what to expect, right? This president will never take fault for any wrongdoing. He will continue to say everything is great, dandy, this and that and the other. He farts Republicans say it smells like perfume. Like, I mean, it's literally everything is always going to be, we are not worthy. We are not worthy. That's all you're going to see. And that's, I mean, in the background, when he made the whole gesture, hey, we're winning, you see JD Vance and Mike Johnson, House Speaker Mike Johnson. Like, really? Come on, y'all. It's comical. Look, Republicans are losing bad in special elections. They're most likely, I mean, you look, I've heard Nancy Mace saying, hey, look, Congress is going to lose the midterms. That's what she's saying. And she's one of, I would say, a staunch MAGA supporter. When you see, look, you already done lost Marjorie. I don't know what's going to happen to your boy Byron Donald if he wins the governor's race. Could happen because Florida's very red, but we don't know. We really just don't know. I tell you, I got to take another break here, y'all. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show.
6'10", number one pick, 16 seasons, college player of the year, all-rookie standout. Joe Smith built a career on grit, consistency, and showing up.
Greatness isn't just about the game. It's about how you show up every day. Rugged Evolution now offers body care products for every man, because not every man wears a beard, but every man deserves care. Greatness doesn't fade.
It evolves. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Every beard deserves to be legendary, and every man deserves care.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs, and we're gonna bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show. So I mentioned earlier, Jonathan Majors, disgraced actor, continues to try and make a comeback in the Hollywood space. So many folks have turned him away. and there have been a small selection of, I would say, companies and production companies that have said, "Hey, look, let's take a leap of faith and let's work with him." Right? It's been a long time since he's had was been in the limelight for the wrongdoing. Right? Was in the news for the scandal that went on with the previous relationship, and so you now see newcomers that are saying, "Hey, look, we'll work with majors," and so I thought this was quite interesting. The Daily Wire, which is owned by Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is a well-known, very successful conservative talk show host, podcaster, streamer, you name it. I mean, he's grown a massive following because of just his style of talk, the way he feels about the right, and so many other things. And so when we first heard about this, we're like, wait, what? Jonathan Majors working with Shapiro? Get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, Shapiro is a known MAGA podcaster, but he has grown the Daily Wire to not just, a platform to speak on conservative news or news with the conservative thought with it, conservative leaning news publication, right? Newspaper shows. It now has multiple shows, but now he does scripted shows too. He does, I believe he has done comedy specials on there. He's done sitcom shows, and the original content, yes, you got it right on the first time. It has conservative background to it. They're only going to produce conservative leaning, common sense, they call it, content. So hearing that he will be working with Jonathan Majors, it's like, now Jonathan Majors was never a political, outspoken guy. Like, it's when you're like some of those young rising stars, a number of them will stay silent because they continue to grow, their platform. Jonathan Majors was growing a massive, at the time, he was, I would say, larger than Michael B. Jordan. I mean, he had Marvel deals. Him and Michael B. had a successful run with the Creed. I think it was Creed 2 or 3. And Majors alone, how many he had? TV shows, you name it. He was a great actor. And then all of a sudden comes out that he was arrested, domestic dispute with a girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, and it ruined him. So let me read you this. This reported by the dailybeast.com has titled "Disgrace Teams Up with MAGA Streamer After Failed Comeback." Now, it says here that the MAGA has embraced former Marvel actor Jonathan Majors following his 2023 assault conviction and subsequent backlash from Hollywood. Now, according to Deadline, Majors will star in an action flick for the conservative media company, The Daily Wire, which will begin filming in South Carolina, filming in South Carolina. The Daily Wire co-founder and podcaster Ben Shapiro will produce it. Now, again, Ben Shapiro is unapologetically conservative, but I will give him respect because he's not one of those conservative that just speaks crazy. Now, a lot of my liberal friends could be like, Arrington, why are you saying that? Because Ben Shapiro is the worst of the worst. Look, I'll be honest, the way I feel about like Candace Owens, the late Charlie Kirk, Bongino, Benny Johnson, I don't feel like that towards Shapiro. Shapiro, what you're like. Shapiro is the same thought process or how I feel about Scott Jennings, same how I feel about Larry Elder. Those guys are true conservatives that they're never gonna change anything, and they haven't. They didn't grow a career because of MAGA. He's always had that growth in his career because he's always been an unapologetically conservative talker. But he also will say when somebody is wrong or wrong for the party. Like he has beef right now with Candace Owens, with Steve Bannon. There's a number of other conservatives that Shapiro has beef with. And I respect that, right? I respect that because usually the right is always just supporting the right. Even hell, Shapiro has been very critical of Trump, which I never thought I would see that at all, but he has. So let me go back to this. The project's title and plot details are under wraps, but the site reports that the story will be reminiscent of 1980s and 1990s action movies like Red Dawn, Toy Soldiers. The Daily Wire's production partner, Bonfire Legend, is also producing. The new moves for Majors comes after he was charged with assault and harassment for attacking his ex-girlfriend in the back of a car in 2023, which halted the career momentum, as I mentioned earlier, that followed films like The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Creed 3, and Ant-Man, and The Wasp Quantumania. Me personally, it takes two to tango. Yes, was Majors wrong of the domestic dispute? Because again, you should never lay a hand on a lady. I don't care what the situation is, you can't do it. But there was also video of him running from his girlfriend in like New York City, and it literally looked like a fashion commercial because this man was running like in a trench coat, sharp, and I'm like, look at he's running. I'm out of here. Nope. And he was running away, so I'm like, she's chasing him. But I'll just leave it at that. He was the one that was faced with all the criticism. Agency dropped him. Everybody gave up on him. Then all of a sudden he started dating newly divorced actress Megan Good. And we're like, what? I mean, Megan Good was with him by his side when he was in the courts. And I believe they are engaged. I could be wrong. My sources could correct me later on, but I think I'm pretty sure they're engaged. But then another project had came out where I think it was called Magazine. He played like a bodybuilder, but that was with Zeus. So he's trying to make these comebacks. He was with the Zeus Network, which is I call Ratchet TV, Ratchet USA, because it's filled with mostly ratchet reality shows where it's always just fighting and just ratchetness. But he had signed a deal with them, and they were going to be producing, or not producing, but they were going to be showing that film because the film was already done. It just needed somebody to put it out there, and Zeus was that platform. And so I don't think that really went far, but it was a company that was giving him a break, right? They were giving him an opportunity, and I commend them for doing that. When other, groups, especially other Black-owned media groups, did not want any part with Majors. That takes guts to do that. Now, Majors lost of his acting and promotional opportunities when the news of the allegations broke. Obviously, Majors was ultimately convicted of a misdemeanor assault and harassment following a highly publicized trial in December of that year. Now, he staged a comeback with Sundance Darling, Magazine Dreams, that was the name of the film, which was finally released last year after being shelved by Searchlight Pictures following his conviction. Now, despite rave reviews and heavy promotion, including an awkward press tour in which he was repeatedly asked about his conviction, the film did little to revive his once steady, accelerating career, which expected, because once you hit a wall in your career, it's hard to repeat that same momentum. It really would have helped if like a large entity would have gave him that break. Now, could the Daily Wire be that entity? That I'm not sure, because not everybody is a fan of the Daily Wire or supports the Daily Wire. A leaked audio published by Rolling Stone at the time appeared to reveal that the actor admitted to strangling his ex despite past public denials. Now, Major's new film, which will be streamed on Daily Wire Plus, will be yet another attempt to push his career forward and is an environment much more forgiving of his controversial past. Armie Hammer found refuge with a starring role in a film produced by the Daily Wire after he was accused of emotional, physical, and sexual abuse by multiple women in 2021. Former Mandalorian star Gina Carano did the same after she was fired from the Disney show for posting several right-wing messages that Disney's then CEO, Bob Chapek, said didn't align with the company's values. So what they're explaining is that, hey, look, there's two individuals that it brought their careers back to life. Look, Armie Hammer, Carino, yes, Daily Wire gave them a check, tried to give them I don't think it took them out of the took them out of the debt, in a say. You know what I'm trying to explain here? Like, it really didn't benefit largely for them. It was just simply another gig. Now, could this film be the comeback that Majors has been waiting for? Maybe. Now, if this builds up and become very successful, is that a win for the right? Because now they have, they're going to be having a very popular, once very iconic and popular, iconic, I'm going a little too far, but a very popular figure in the Hollywood scene that could now become a rising star in conservative media. Interesting, right? But I'll be honest, I don't think Major's views will ever change. I really don't. Because what's to say that the companies he was already working for was produced or owned by conservatives? Like, come on. It's a film. It's a job. That's it. That's what he does. I really doubt it that that this will turn him into, hey, you got to vote for Republicans now because you're working with Ben Shapiro. No, I think what Ben Shapiro is doing is simply, I don't think there's a, what's the word? I don't think there's a twist to this. I don't think there's like a trap for him to say, okay, look, now that I work with him, I want him to do more conservative base films. I really don't know. I really don't know. It will be interesting, but it could benefit numbers for Ben Shapiro and grow more if he wants more a larger black audience tuning into the Daily Wire. I mean, I don't know. Maybe members of that Marvel space will go to Daily Wire to tune into this. I don't know. I don't know about the diehard fan base for Jonathan Majors, but it will be interesting. Looking at my time here. Real quick, because I'm running low on time, my friends. But this Jonathan Majors one, I might pick up on this later on. I don't know when, but I feel like it's gonna be more to this story. But real quick, 'cause I'm looking at my time here. I recently found out that one of my favorite shows, the Tyler Perry's Miss Governor, has been canceled. And I was like, what? Man, I actually enjoy that show. This show right here, which starred Terry J. Vaughn, who we all knew her from the Steve Harvey show, sitcom show. She also co-created the series. She was the star of the show as the governor, as the lieutenant governor, and I think towards the end of the season 1, she was filling in as governor of I think it was Mississippi. And it was interesting because again, a very red state. You have the rule where you can have a lieutenant governor representing one party and a governor from another party working in unison, like a split, basically a unified ticket. And that's what it was, but it was a comedy, right? You had what's her name? The mother from Family Matters, and also the voice of Sugar Mama. You had other big stars on this show. And let me for one give respect to the iconic figure that she is. If I can find the cast, I don't think it's not gonna give it to me on these articles because they don't throw it. But we all know and love her. We all know and love her. It was a great show, but it's been canceled. So the reason why I brought this up is because, y'all, I've come to realize there are so many programs that was canceled, in my opinion, that was successful. I remember Regina King was in a drama series that was for 1 year that she won a Golden Globe, if I'm not mistaken, for it. But the topic, the synopsis on this show was very meaningful. She was trying to investigate the death of her kid who was gunned down by law enforcement. This right here is making a joke of true live stuff. Very red states, how the extreme right and conservatives feels about minorities in these very red southern states, and how it's hard for elected officials, black female elected officials, to earn respect within their own state. And it was hitting on some very big topics, and due to low ratings, it got canceled. And I come across these shows, these one-hit wonder shows on Tubi on a regular when I'm just bored, and I'm like, why did this show, what's going on here? And sometimes it's not always just when it starts speaking on something meaningful, then it goes away. But I'm just like, this is really good. Wanda at Large was one of my favorite comedy sitcom shows, and I think it got canceled after 2 seasons. This show wasn't canceled, but it just ended up ending after, I believe, 5 or 6 years, and that was Greenleaf. I loved Greenleaf, but I think Greenleaf was hitting on some topics that the church was not too happy about, because it showed the drama, the issues, the mafia mentality that exists in the church, in mega churches. I'm telling you, I want to hear more about, I want to see some shows to come back. Like, I want to see Wanda at Large return for at least another 1 or 2, 3 seasons at least. It was not worthy enough to just get canceled after 2 seasons. Miss Governor should not have been canceled after 1 season. Maybe 2 more at least, but not after 1 season. I just anyways, my friends, look, time is always against me, but I appreciate y'all sticking with us here on the Arrington Gavin Show. You know how to find us. Follow us on all social media platforms. theagshow.com, and email us so you can stay connected and all that good stuff. Peace and blessings. Stay safe out there. I'll talk to you soon. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.